is always a defeat. Every war is a defeat. That's what the Pope said on Sunday, and he was speaking specifically about the war in Israel and Gaza. Ordinary people, just like you and like me, living in fear, suffering and dying. And most of them not directly involved in the conflict at all. Innocent victims. War is always a defeat. And what's your response to that? I think most people would respond with anger. That would be totally understandable. What do you do with that anger, though? That's what really matters, not the feeling, but what you do with it. You can respond with violence, as has been shown, destruction, pain, death. Or you can respond with something much more constructive. Use that anger to change the situation, to bring about a ceasefire, to work towards some kind of negotiation, to find a way forward acceptable to everybody. To use that anger differently. Jesus says to us, we must love our neighbour. We must do unto others those things that we would like done to us. We must love our enemies, and we must pray for those who persecute us and others. I mean, they're really powerful ways of responding to injustice and wrongdoing. Really powerful ways that don't involve striking back, but actually involve reaching out and reaching out again, self-sacrificially sometimes, in order that others may know that there is another way, a different way, the way of love. Love your neighbour, love your enemies, without qualification. Don't love just the people who are nice to you. No, love, full stop. So what can you and I do in a situation like this in response to that kind of war? And you think of other wars as well, in between Ukraine and Russia and many, many other parts of the world. What can we do as Christians? What should we do? What is the Lord calling us to do? I think above all, He's calling us to pray. To pray for all those poor people caught up in that situation, to ask the Lord to make His presence felt in their lives in some small way, so that they may know that there may be hope, that they may know that they are not alone, that they may know that the Lord is with them. We can pray for all those who are working for peace right now, people who are working hard, in the background probably, unnoticed by others, just to make sure that people will be heard. We could pray for those who work to bring about change all over the world. You can think of so many organisations who are there, not only just to provide humanitarian support, and how fantastic that is, maybe to pray for them too, but also those who, again, work towards peace in very constructive and very real ways. Because what affects us affects all of us. That's why I think prayer is so, so important, to bring this situation before God, to remind ourselves of our responsibilities, and to pray, pray, pray that this war may cease. I think there's another thing, really practical thing you and I can do. We can live as people of peace, as people who don't give in to violence or anger, as people who forgive, even when it costs us maybe a lot. People who work towards reconciliation between others. People who, above all, love. Because war is always a defeat. War, every kind of discord, every kind of situation where people are in anger towards each other, is a defeat. The victory is when we can live out a life of love. So, may you live in God's love. May the people who are suffering right now feel something of that love. And may God bless you. Bye-bye.